welcome to Nashville Starz Dance Spectacular. I'm here with the organizer of this fantastic event, my dear friend and teacher, David Hamilton. David, congratulations on this fabulous event. This is great. How do you feel about this?
Hi, Valentina. Thank you so much for you being here. I appreciate it. When Nashville Starz comes around every year, it's a highlight of my year, and it's something that, yes, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work and a lot of organization, but I just look so forward to every year being able to put the event together, and we've had a great turnout and a huge success this year.
How long have you had this competition?
The competition itself has ran for about 15 years, and I've owned it for the last 9.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, everything from the venue, we are at this beautiful Renaissance Hotel, to the gorgeous ballroom, to the attendance, everything has a style, class, and mark of excellence. How do you get that? This is so special.
Well, everybody has their own thing, and I sort of have my own thing in the fact that, first of all, I competed with my students and professionally for, 19 or 20 years. And when I walked into a venue, I knew what it is that I would want it to feel like and to be like. And I had certain expectations with the amount of time and effort and money that's put into the events for the people to come. There are certain accommodations and there are certain needs, that we have to have in the ballroom. And so I've just tried to go back to all of the years that I competed and what I thought was important to my students and what I think is important to me as a host. When somebody comes into my competition, it's like somebody coming into my home. And so I just want to make sure that I'm there as the host and I accommodate them and I make them feel warm and welcomed.
Well, they most certainly feel warm and welcome. Today at 7 o'clock in the morning, I was judging and the floor was completely full. I mean, the attendance at this competition is just unparalleled, and this is just the beginning of the year. I'm sure that after the holidays, people have a hard time, getting off their holiday spirits and packing their bags and coming to the competition. So this is very special.
What I worried about Nashville Starz in the beginning because of the time of the year that it is, just shortly after the holidays. And I was a little concerned as to, that very thing. What is it going to be like for the students and the teachers? Because we know that most of the schools take a great holiday break. But I actually think it's turned out to be something in our favor, and the fact that if you take too long of a break from dancing and practicing, it's like going to the gym. If you don't go for a couple of 3 weeks, it's hard to get back into it. So I think because it's right at the first of the year, it's just that little bit of extra encouragement for them to get back into the schools and get back into their game and get on the floor and get working.
Yeah, it's a good motivator, no doubt. And it's a good start for the season, just like you said. And I do see that people taking it very, very seriously. So, they don't just say, oh, this is my first competition, throw away. No, they're here to win.
Well, I think that the reputation of the dancers in Nashville itself, that when anybody hears the word Nashville, they know that good dancing is going to be involved. We've had some very good experienced teachers to develop great dancing in this city over the years, and I've been very fortunate to be able to come in and be a part of that. And so I think that with the students and the teachers knowing that they're coming to our town, that the level of competition is going to be on a higher level, and they know that they need to be on their best foot forward, as they say.
Absolutely. Well, Nashville has this reputation of being a hub of music and singing, but this is a new layer, a new dimension. It's a hub of great dancing, great ballroom dancing.
That's right. The music part of it is a very important part of the city. And so it was very, very interesting. If I could tell this story, I had a gentleman that participated, a professional, who had moved into the United States and had never been to Nashville. But he had seen all of the flyers and the information about the competition, and part of my thing is bringing in that Nashville country music or music flair. And so I used to use a guitar with this Tennessee state flag running through the guitar. And he said he didn't ever understand what my logo was all about until he came to Nashville, and he found out more about the culture and the history of our city, and it was a really enlightening experience for him.
That's great. That is really, like you said, part of the culture. And I have known you for a long time, so I know that you've done so many things, and everything that you did, you were absolutely successful at. You were a dancer. You were United States champion. You run a very successful studio. You have a great career as a coach. Your students are becoming champions. So consider myself one of them. So fortunate enough. So I mean, that's a lot to handle. Have you always known that this is what you wanted to do, to own the school, to own the competition?
Well, I mean, I think it's like any career that you find yourself that you have an interest in. I think we prosper and we do things in the things that we feel like that we're good at. And early on, when I found ballroom dancing, I knew that I was something that I could be good at. I had a great feeling for music. I studied music as a child. I would do dance competitions in grade school, and just loved dancing. And so when I found ballroom dancing, it just hit all of the different facets of my personality. And I think that we can be successful at pretty much anything that we have a passion for. I have a passion for the music, I have a passion for the dancing, I have a very competitive spirit about myself, and I guess you would say, pleasing other people. And so that's what my studio is all about, is pleasing everybody that walks in the door, that they feel like that they've got a great studio environment for them to come in, that there's exceptional experience for them to be able to learn from. And the same thing for the competition. I want everybody to walk, because there's so many competitions throughout the year. What are you going to do? Like anything in business, what are you going to do that's going to stand you out? It's like competing. What are you going to do that stands you out? And so I just want to give everybody an opportunity to excel. And I feel like that after the success of a professional dancer, that during that time period, a lot of that was about me. And so now that my competitive career, as yours, and a lot of us previous champions, we have to create almost a new identity about ourselves and say, what's next for us?
That's not an easy transition.
It's not an easy transition, and we know that a lot of professionals have struggled to be able to make that transition. And it's unfortunate that this is a business of out of sight and out of mind. And so if you want to stay involved, you've got to keep yourself out there. And so I feel like it's a time to serve now. It's my time to help people become champions as my coaches helped me become champions, and give people as much of an opportunity and an interest to give them as I felt like that my coaches gave me.
Yes, and you do absolutely phenomenal job at it. You know, you serving the community on so many levels. Like I said, you know, letting other next generation become a champion, and also giving them a platform on which they can become champions.
Exactly, and that's all that we need is opportunity. Right? And if that's my role now, to create opportunities for being able to take their careers and their dancing and their dreams to be champions to that next level, then why wouldn't I, you know?
That's fantastic. Well, congratulations once again, and thank you very much for having me here.
And I appreciate you being here, to have qualified judges as yourself, to have the credentials behind you, that my competitors that are here, that they feel very confident about the scores that are coming across, that they're receiving, that they know that they're coming from very experienced professionals. It's more than I could ask for, so thank you.
Well, thank you again for helping me to actually get to that level, because you did help me to become a champion myself. Stay tuned for more from Nashville Starz.